things going on in the world today. Every time Dick and Harry got something to say, but what they said ain't got no fabric to it. Yeah, takes and thoughts with dice right through it. It's all about rumors and people feuding. If we're not uplifting, then what we doing? Yeah, they love the culture, yet they trying to wreck it. But are we ready to go hard to protect it? If we don't stand firm, then we're sure to fall. Are you ready to fight the stain and accept the call? Oh, it's all about dealerships and the mall. Now I'm ready to go for broke like Apostle Paul. I'm charged with the task to keep it real. Moving straight forward, not about to yield. Tackling every subject, yeah, you know the drill. R.I.P. Guru, I bring that mass appeal. Our ancestors stood tall despite abuse. We got all the tools, so what's our excuse? It's time to show a face and take off the mask. It's something every day, it's the podcast. 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 It's something every day, it's the podcast.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Welcome. Yeah, man, I've been having some technical difficulties today on a lot of levels. Another great show for you tonight. I got some awesome people in the green room. My people in the green room, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I can see you. All right, awesome. That's what's up. So yeah, man, I got an awesome show tonight. Well, I think all my shows are awesome. I'm talking about. I ain't gonna be humble. I think all my joints is live. But everybody who know me, you know we do our housekeeping things right now. Again, I'm Danye F. Jones, your host. So at this point, y'all, check it out. If you have not subscribed, either you ain't heard about it, you got amnesia, or you're hating. Listen, go to YouTube, Danye F. Jones, subscribe, like, share, do all that. It costs you absolutely nothing. So when people hear the word subscribe, they think they got to come out with some change. Ain't no change. Just click. You know what I mean? So let's do that. Help a brother out. Also, you can follow me on IG, Coach_Jones32. Also on IG, Decola_32. Definitely do that. And the other housekeeping things we need to take care of real quick. Ladies, it's springtime. Summer's coming. I know you're getting ready for those beach bodies. It's that time. So since it's that time, y'all might as well get some gear. Y'all to go to Love Jones Legacy. Love Jones Legacy. This is a virtual mall. Love Jones Legacy. You see the thing, www.theparsimonian.com/Love Jones Mall. A lot of great economical items. A lot of great items. Now, I'm not just saying that because it's the missus, but real talk. Money is funny nowadays, so you need to get some nice gear at a very economical price. Where her motto is, you could pay more, but why should you? She got pantsuits, dresses, skirts, blouses, shoes, purses, jewelry, shades, bras, wonder bras, petite sizes, plus sizes, whatever you got. Nightwear, she got it. So definitely represent and go support that. Next, we have, let's go here. Check out my man, Kevin Marshall from More Than a Coach podcast. He on all social platforms, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Facebook. More Than a Coach. He has some awesome shows, my man, Kevin Marshall. And also check him and his wife out on Sunday nights. Now, More Than a Coach, they come on Thursday nights. Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast about life, love, and relationships. They come on Sunday night. Cool, fun group. They're not marriage experts. They'll tell you that. But what they just do is share things to help them keep their marriage hot and spicy and keep it going. Real fun couple. Check them out on YouTube as well. The Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. Okay, that's a lot of house cleaning. But look here. Let me tell you something. I've been trying to put this together for months. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to get multiple people on something, if these people are doing something in their lives positive, it's hard to get everybody on the same page. So I count it a blessing. I count it joy. That means all these young Black brothers are doing great things. So Almost got everybody on here. It really, to be honest with you, it's supposed to be 6 cats on here. Then it dropped down to 4, but we got 3. I mean, we got 3 thoroughbreds on here. But let me tell you what this is about. This show is called Point Guards. Point Guards. I mean, I've been around, first of all, I've been around this game 48 years, since I was 5. And I fell in love with the game because of the point guard position, because of this brother right here, Magic. This is why he drew me to the game. And as a child, I didn't even realize I was learning the game. And high school I played forward, college I played point and shooting guard. But even when I played forward, I was almost like a point forward. My mindset was always on point guards. So I have great affection for point guards. And I have some awesome, awesome, awesome point guards on here today. Some you should have, if you're a hoop head, you should know who they are. If you don't, you're going to definitely know about them tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and, first, I'm gonna bring this first brother in like this here. Hold up. Let me go down here. This first brother. Where he go, where he go, where he go. All right.
Certainly that. He's changed by Juice. They're going to need him to play long minutes. Push the basketball, makes it messy, they can throw it in an open Juice. Ball is great. Look at that. It's a switch. Coming back, helping the helper. Here's Juice off the window. Brown. Everybody got it like that. Here's Brown.
Okay, that is Julius Brown, a.k.a. Juice. Bring it on, Juice, right there. What's up, Juice? What's going on?
What's going on, Coach? How you doing?
Doing all right. Okay, real quick, y'all. They got these cats. They got so many highlights. It was hard, man. These cats got so much stuff and so many accolades. I'm just going to run out of just a couple. 2-time All-State, 3A state champion as a junior. He was the MAC Conference Freshman of the Year, MAC All-Freshman team, Mid-Major All-American team, 2-time first team NABC All-District team, 2-time first team All-MAC, 4-time MAC West Division Player of the Week. He was inducted in Toledo Sports Hall of Fame, and 1-time MAC All-Tourney team. And it's more. I can't read down all the stuff these cats be doing. Now, that's just one. Now, this other one, man, he has so many highlights. I was trying to get more college ones, but he got from overseas. He got city tournaments. This dude here, and look, I've known him since a little boy too. Let's go on and just show this here. Little glitches. Man, look at it. Listen, I could do a whole show on all these cats just on how they don't even talk to them. KD, this cat here, I'm going to bring him in. KD, what's up, man? This is Kevin Dillard, y'all.
Fellas, what's going on?
Listen, it's funny, man. He never talk a lot of smack unless somebody talking to him, but I saw some highlights today. You should have been talking more. I saw some stuff, said, man, this dude here be just It is crazy, man. Hey, welcome, man. Again, I can't read all his accolades, but this first one I love. He was 2008 Mr. Basketball in Illinois. The thing about that to me, I know preseason of that year, he was not favored to win Mr. Basketball. I don't even know if you were even in a conversation. And for what you did that year, I thought it was just absolutely awesome. But, he's second in the University of Dayton history of free throw percentage at 86%, second in assists average 5.3, two-time All-Atlantic 10, second team, Missouri Valley Conference Freshman of the Year, Missouri Valley Conference All-Freshman Team, Mississippi Valley Newcomer of the Year, spent about 10 years overseas?
Yeah, about 9.5, 10.
9.5 years. It's so much, man. So he got a lot of knowledge. We're going to chop it up with him. And with this last brother I'm bringing in real quick, his stuff is a little different. So his little highlight's going to be a little different, but I'm going to go ahead and see how we're going to do this here.
To 35 minutes starting, it was one of my best years ever.
Your first start, Stony Brook, but then your next game, it's the Big East opener. It's Louisville. What do you remember of that?
You just have fun. You just went out there and have fun. You played against one of the best teams that was in our league. They have been really, really good. I think I had
Hold up.
You're going to end up having played in more games than any basketball player ever.
thinking to actually set the record for most games played. That'd be awesome. It just shows how hard I work at keeping my body in shape, and it just shows how lucky I am too. Cause it's been plenty of times where I took some bumps and bruises, and I didn't think I would be able to play the next day, but God helped me to get healthy and play another one.
Mike Bray says you're the toughest player on the court, physically, mentally, that he's ever coached.
Okay, I'm going to bring this brother in here. Tory Jackson, what's up, T?
What up, yay? What up, baby? What up, fellas? Y'all all right?
Word, bro.
What's going on? Now, this special because this brother's from the crib. Sag Nasty, stand up. From my high school, and he's our school all-time he scored, but in Saginaw County, he scored 2,518 points, more than any boys player in Saginaw County, fourth most in Michigan basketball history. Now, look, we know about Chicago, Michigan. There's some hoopers in Michigan, so just throw some names. He's fourth. We got Magic, we got Chris Webber, we got Derek Coleman, we got so many folks come out of Michigan, so that's the big thing. 3 times talking about Dream Team selection, 2 times state champion, 3 times Detroit News Dream Team, 4 times All-State honoree, 2 times Class C Player of the Year, MVP of the Michigan All-Star Game, played in 136 games at Notre Dame, the most in school history, Big East All-Tourney team, All-Rookie team. I mean, he did so much other stuff. But let me go and get this started, man. So I wanted to bring this on because I want to have these conversations, but I don't want to have them with guys my age. I wanted some younger guys who have a strong understanding of the game, but not just an understanding of the game, a love for the game. Because if they didn't have a love for the game, they definitely wouldn't be on my podcast. They just wouldn't when it comes to that. So let me ask you all, we can do it popcorn way, whoever wants to chime in first, but when did you all start playing? And what attracted you to the game? Anybody?
Ju, since he brought you in first, you want to go first?
Yeah, I go first. I started playing the game around like 5 years. Just mainly just like outside with friends. And then just fell in love with just like the art of the game, just how it looked, just how it felt, how passionate it was. It's something I could express myself with, and then I fell in love with just getting good and playing people that was much better than me. So that's how I started off.
Okay. Katie?
I couldn't hear the question, bro. My phone was going out. What was the question, bro?
Okay, no. Yeah, the question was, when did you start playing, and what exactly attracted you to the game?
I think I started playing when I was like 5. When you're growing up in our type of upbringing, you're gonna try to play basketball or football off the rip just because your family members play it. And that's for me. I looked up to Buck, who played for you, Buck Reese, Real that class, and those are like my older cousins, the older guys that kind of took me under their wing. So getting on the court was kind of inevitable for me. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I can't remember a time when I didn't love it, to be honest with you.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, T.
Yeah, I would say I come from a huge family, man. So I'm the 13 of 14 kids, man, and I'm the 10th of 11 boys. So it was like all of our family played it. When I grew up, when I was born, it was like that's all I knew. My sisters, they played it. My brothers, they all played it. Um, One of my brothers made it to the collegiate level. But we all grew up in the neighborhood playing it. You know what I'm saying? And then where we from, that's all it was. We played football in Saginaw, but BV was known for their hoopers, to be honest with you. And for me, man, like I fell in love with it just, because it was what connected my family. It was what brought us all together. So we were able to run our own games at one point, you know what I'm saying? And then we can go to the neighborhood, be in our neighborhood and play against whoever and have our own 5-on-5 against whoever in the neighborhood. So it's just like that's what I was born into, man. So like my man KD said, like I can't remember when I didn't love hoops at all, man. It was who I was and who I was a part of and what I was born into, man. So it was always a part of me for sure.
Yeah, it's tripped out because with you and Kay, what y'all was saying in terms of your family, because obviously you come from basketball families. Obviously, T,
Yeah.
this big bro Sean,
Yeah.
who's my PG on our championship squad, and of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
VJ, you're right about everybody had handles and all your sisters hoop make the dream
Yeah.
teams. And then, Katie, you used to talk about Buck, and
For sure.
Buck's supposed to be on here, me and him into it too. I'm gonna get him because Buck's supposed to be on this thing too.
Bro, Hall of Fame.
It is.
Yes, he a Wyoming Hall of Fame. Yeah, man. So it's amazing how when you come from basketball families like that, but like you said, everybody hooped around the way. And like Markham, like you said, Markham was a hotbed. And you come around there doing your thing. So I think it's awesome how families can stay together through athletics, and particularly when everybody have a love. And the women of your families have an understanding of the game.
Yeah.
It's not like they just cheering for y'all. They have a strong understanding. That's what's really cool.
Most
Now, my guy, like I said, was Magic. My guy was Magic. What players did you guys kind of look up? It don't necessarily have to be someone else in the league. It could be just, I know y'all mentioned a couple of people, Bucky, you mentioned your brothers, but what kind of players you guys looked up to coming up as far, particularly as a point guard?
For me, I changed my number in college because of CP3. I'm a huge Chris Paul fan. The way he reads the game, reads the floor. There was so many point guards, but the way he played was very similar in my style in the sense to where it was just he could see 2 or 3 plays ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? And he could make other people better. And he was a guy that demanded excellence from his teammates as well. You know what I'm saying? So he knew what he brought to the table. When others, slacked or whatever, I mean, he kind of get known for not, winning the championship and stuff like that right now. But what he's been able to accomplish in the game itself, man, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. What he's been able to do on the game of hoops, man, like I changed my jersey number because of CP3. I always thought he was dope, so I'm a huge fan.
He definitely top all time on that PG list.
No doubt.
something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know about one, but he top something.
No, for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I'm a CP3 fan too. I kind of like been like fell in love with CP3 when he was on the Hornet when he
Yeah.
first came to the league, and just like liked his style of play, how he was making his big man look better than what they were.
Right.
You know, he could score the ball and distribute, and his leadership. So I've been a huge Chris Paul fan too. I like coming up. I like watching Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, and all them guys. But I would say Chris Paul is my top guy.
No doubt.
Yeah. I think Chris Paul tough for sure. But kind of like what Juice was just alluding to, like watching various guards. You know,
Yeah.
like grew up watching AI just because the handle. You know, like he evolved the handle at a certain point in the game. You know, but like appreciating Steve Nash, the Rondos, the Jason Kidds, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Isaiah Thomases. Like I tried to take a little bit from
Everybody.
everything, you know, that was realistic for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
because it was a lot of people who you could take a little bit from their game. Even Tony Parker, you know, like when he
Yeah.
led the
Yeah.
league in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that, man. Like I tried to emulate, you know, like certain facets of different people game type shit.
That's funny,
Yeah.
KD. Tony
Yeah.
Parker used to do a spin move, bro, and that was like my go-to move in college, bro. So it's
Yeah,
crazy when you say that. You take
you
so
gonna
much
Yeah.
from all of them.
what on the real.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too.
Say hi.
So Juice is CP3 for you too?
Yeah, nah, definitely CP3. I just love this game, man. Just like everything about him. Only knock on him, like Tory said, was him not winning the championship. But I think he would have had a chance to win the championship if he would have linked up with Kobe and Dwight.
Facts.
When
We ain't gonna even talk about that. I ain't missed that. Listen, in fact, I ain't gonna respond to that because I'm gonna go somewhere totally else. Y'all know I'm a Laker guy, so I ain't gonna. You're right. I ain't gonna even mess with that.
Oh man.
Now check this out. Okay, so obviously you know your families definitely played a major role in some of the people you guys try to emulate your game after. How did your city influence your game? Did it? I'm gonna start with you, KD. Now you know you from shot. Like I said, man, I was watching the joint y'all was doing the basketball tournament. They had Dunbar, man, dude,
Man, I'm
dude,
not
you was
gonna.
playing.
Chicago is a guard city, man. Like
Yeah,
a guard city. Even the most successful people, other than like Jabari, you know what I'm saying, and like Jaleel. Other than that,
mhm.
guard heavy everywhere. Even going back to like Q Rich and all them days, you know. But it's so many tough guards that didn't even make the league. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
the Sean Docs. You know what I'm saying? Like we was
Man.
growing up and going to like the pro-ams, man, and you see like Will Bynum, Sharon Collins, like Jamal Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like Antoine Walker when he was in his prime. He another one that's not a guard, but you know what I'm saying? Like it was just you always knew you had to come to play. You know what I'm saying? Even like the Jerome Randalls for our era.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
close to us. Like it's real hitters, man, that, you know, either went on overseas or just had great college careers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like DJ Cooper, another one who came to Ohio and tore it up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Another one who's supposed to be on here. Yeah.
so it's a lot of tough guys in the city, man, and I got nothing but love and respect for all of them, man. And that kind of puts the competitive spirit, you know what I'm saying? And it helps you develop in the off season because like them down there be tougher than your regular season matchups, for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, Juice.
Yeah,
Hold
so
on, Juice. And Juice, I'm sorry. Before you go real quick. Now, see, what's funny what you just said, Kevin. You said so many different guards. Some people might not know, and everybody you said I know was real all hitters. Of course, we know Chicago. We know about Zeke. You know, we know about Tim Hardaway. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go old school. People old school don't know
Oh,
about
geez,
Maurice
that's
Cheeks.
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man.
D Rose. So It is so many. So it's funny you name all the names, the Randalls and all them. It's Bynum, Sharon. There's so many. But my bad, Juice. Go ahead.
No, you good. I mean, just like KD said, it's so much competition growing up in Chicago and playing against it. It's just like it makes you better each and every day. Going up against these guys, but you see who the real is, and you see, who needs to work on that game and things like that. But coming up in Chicago, it was tough. It made me tough. It sharpened my game, and it was just fun being able to play against people I came up with. So that was the most thing that I enjoyed about it.
Okay. T.
Man, and Saginaw, man, it's a gritty town, bro. You got a lot of guys that excel, but especially in high school, man. But they made some tough decisions or some poor decisions, and they kind of set them back. But you got guys like where we went to school at, man. One of my favorite point guards was Ramont Roberts, a guy that he was a stud in high school and everything like that. He's a superintendent now in the district. But then you had one of the best point guards was Sid Morrell, who only, he was dang near undefeated. He was a big guard.
Ain't no damn it. He was undefeated.
Yeah.
This cat here. Listen, man. Said was a problem. Said was a problem.
Yeah, he was a big guard at that. So you got guys like him, Puncho, Alton Sanders. You had a bunch of guards out of here, man. You had guys that went to like Newell. You had my man Mo Mack. You had what's my man over at he with Bama right now as an assistant coach.
You talking about Preston.
Yep, you had so many good killer guards, bro, and growing up, it was, they kind of set the standard. Much like Sherrod and those, not Sherrod, but you had like the old school guys. We kind of came up playing against Sherrod, Jerome Randall, and all those guys. One of my college teammates was a guy named Jonathan Peoples, who went to like I forgot what happened.
He went to St. Joe's.
Yep, St. Joe's. Yep. So you had some tough, gritty guards that from the Chicago area, and much like in Saginaw, bro, it was just like we kind of grew up and we wanted to prove those guys wrong that came before us. So you wanted to kind of do better than what they did, or take it to another level. Basically, they kind of set the standard, set the foundation. We wanted to elevate the game. You know what I'm saying? That was the difference, man. And that's what we want to see from our city. You know what I'm saying? Chicago has always been like that, gritty town. Saginaw, much like that. We're just a small town, bro. We don't produce a ton of NBA talent, so to say. The guys that do get out of here, though, bingo. You know what I'm saying? Him, Draymond Green, a point forward. You know what I'm saying? You talking about being a point forward. Those guys all have point guard mentalities.
Saginaw,
so it's like, man, bro. So it's just like they all have.
Mark Macon.
That's what I'm saying. You had point guard mentalities, man. Everybody was you can be Jar. We came around the same.
All from the crib. Now, he wasn't a point, but that's my man, T. Rose. We have a city of so many, and it's amazing how small our city is. How many hoopers and even football players have come out that small spot. So I just figured
that Pete, you got to think about Anthony Roberson, his nephew.
He went to Florida.
You got to think about all those guys. Pete was a guy that I kind of looked up to. We came around AAU wise. I wanted to outdo him. You know what I'm saying? Those guys that was at Saginaw High. So those guys kind of set the standard, bro. And that mentality to go out there and be the best in your city, that helped you be the best in the country, in my opinion. If I was real good in my city, I felt like could nobody stop me, dude.
Right. Sure. So now you guys, let me go here. Now, obviously, you guys all went on and played Division I. Mm-hmm. Why did you choose the school? Well, I know I'm Katie. I'm gonna let you go last because I know you have like a kind of a double story. See, but see, you know what? Get on Reese Because see, you and Reese have some was, I don't know the situation, but I know you guys transferred, y'all still was doing work. So because you got to talk about 2 schools. And I never knew, but hey, hey, this is something every year. The podcast, we talk about everything on here. It's all love. So, but okay, so I'm starting with you, Juice. You went to University of Toledo. Why did you choose Toledo?
I chose Toledo because I knew I was gonna have a good chance at playing right away. I knew like the season that they had before that they was gonna be giving me a chance of putting the ball in my hands right away. So I wanted to take advantage of that. I really didn't really care too much about like going to bigger schools and nothing like that. I just wanted a chance to play right away and make an impact. So that's why I chose Toledo.
Okay. Okay. Now T, you going to being a fighting Irish, Notre Dame. So how did that come about?
Man, it was kind of crazy, bro, to be honest with you, man, because before I committed to Notre Dame and ended up signing with them, I had my top 5 between them, or not even them, actually. It was Michigan State, Michigan, Florida, USC, and Missouri at the time was in it when Frank Haith was the coach. But it kind of came about, bro. I committed to Michigan, bro. It was going to be a gang of us that went. Myself, Manny Harris was going to end up coming. Deshaun Sims, all those guys ended up coming. Myself and Tom Herzog, who ended up at Michigan State, big fella, 7-footer. We all kind of came around the same era. So it was just like we thought we were going to just go there and kind of make something happen. I committed to Michigan, bro, and then Tommy Amaker ended up recruiting a dude that ended up going to DePaul. I don't know if he was from Chicago, but I think he is from Chicago. He was a light-skinned point guard. My man right there that's defending me right there. I have no idea. You know who that is?
I am not sure.
I think he's from Chicago, bro. That's so funny that's the DePaul picture, bro. Tommy Amaker ended up recruiting the same dude that's in that picture that ended up turning them down. I ended up decommitting. I ended up opening my recruitment up. Coach Braden ended up coming up to Saginaw, bro. And when they came up, they didn't promise me like playing time. I knew like coming from all of us though. We all gritty guys. We want to go earn our spot anyway. And it was like they never promised me anything besides, getting my degree and that it was going to be a 40-year decision instead of a 4-year decision, bro. Because life after basketball, that's where a lot of guys kind of like fail at, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta, I knew I needed something on the back end. When it all stopped, bro, I needed to make sure I had something in place for the future. And they had that lined up, bro. That's the only thing they promised my mom, that I'd get my degree and that it'll be a 40-year decision. And I was able to play right from jump, man. I was able to get in there and play as a freshman right at Notre Dame, bro. So it was just an opportunity, bro. I kind of turned down one school. Coach Bray came in. He was hella like he came to the hood when he came to Saginaw too. So when he came to Saginaw, bro, I stopped. I ended up going somewhere else, bro. We was on the south side of Saginaw. The south side of Saginaw. Like I was at my sister's house one time, and he ended up coming over there. And when I left, I just assumed he took off. I wasn't even thinking about Notre Dame. When I came back, he was there eating chicken and kicking it with the fam. So I'm like, oh shoot! Like I looked at it kind of different. Like, all right, I think he's serious about it. So we kicked it. He kept it real about everything, and one thing led to another. Man, I took a visit, and they ended up playing USC when Reggie Bushman was there, man, and I saw how the crowd went crazy. USC won at the end. They did like this Reggie Bush push thing at the end. It was like this big thing where they put like 1 second back on the clock. Notre Dame thought they won. USC ended up like getting one more opportunity. They ended up winning, but the crowd still was just like, because USC ended up winning the national championship that year. Notre Dame wasn't even supposed to be close, in my opinion. And I saw how the crowd reacted and how they showed so much love. Bro, I committed the next morning. I committed that Sunday morning, and it was all she wrote, bro. Ever since then, Coach Bray still to this day, bro, has been like a mentor to me. Anything I need or whatever I need when it comes to it, he kept his promise. The school kept their promise, bro, and it's been love ever since.
Cool. All right. Now, and that pitch I put up, trust me, y'all, we did not rehearse that. That just kind of just organically
happened.
So
that's crazy.
So now, Here's the thing. Now, Katie, you initially went to SIU, Southern Illinois, and you signed early, didn't you?
Yeah, I signed before my senior year because I ain't want.
Listen, this is what's crazy about that. He signed, he got over with. He was putting in so much work that all the other schools, the big school, like, wait a minute, what's going? But he was committed. So tell me this: why did you sign with SIU?
To be real, man, like I thought we was gonna have like a chance at winning because we had the best recruiting class in school history. They had just went to the tourney. You know, I had a big 6'9" who was I think he was like 17 in the country at the time. You know what I'm saying? He chose SIU over Kansas. You feel me? Yeah, so like we went down there on the same weekend. SIU was smart for this, you know, like all our visits was on the same time. They showed us love, and then we go into the open gym, and literally everybody but like Brian Mullins and like two other people, man, like everybody else, we just giving them work. We running the gym, and we thought, shit, if this how we rocking today, and we just met each other, like, shit, let's give it 4 years or a couple years, you know. Everybody when they go into the league early, you know, so. Like, so we went there. It was cool. Like, I liked the mentality of things. But I gave them a promise and I stuck to my word. You know, I didn't know the political side of it. I didn't know the business side of it. Like, I said I was going to come, you know what I'm saying? In my eyes, it's like, all right, when we get to this level, if we could beat a Duke, if we could knock off one of these teams like that, then that'll look better for us anyway. You know what I'm saying? And we got exactly what what I asked for. We got Duke my freshman year. They beat us by like 27. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. But it was cool though, man. Like still got some lifelong relationships from there. But I ended up getting out of there because after I grew up a little bit, looking at the people that left, like nobody really did nothing professional from there. You know, so like I saw that as a way, like I need to move around and get to a place where I could position myself better to make some money off of this thing, you know. So that's what Dayton. It was between Dayton and Baylor. I went to Dayton, and just like my man said, like I went to a game, you know, and then like after the game, I went through like the student section. Man, it's the fans jumping off of roofs, you know. It was wild, man. And it was a college city, 15,000 every game. So I was like, man, I wouldn't mind that behind me every time, you know. And we was able to do some good things, but you know, we couldn't get back to that tourney, man. Couldn't get there.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. It's interesting because I kind of this year was probably the first year I actually physically went to some high school games. I kind of stopped going because that was my life. Even when I was coaching, then if I wasn't coaching, we got put out tournament, whatever. Like I said, I remember going to see Juice. I was going to see KD. I was going to see Reese. I was going to see all of y'all, and I was seeing how the game was changing. So, what are your thoughts now? This is, I'm sure y'all got some on the landscape of intercollegiate sports now with the NIL and the portal. Now, what are your thoughts? What are y'all thoughts on those things now?
I wish it was there. I wish it was there.
Yeah. I don't argue with the NIL aspect. Like, of course, like for the ones really getting busy in their city, he definitely would have benefited from that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know. But I don't agree with the portal though. Like, I don't agree with that because.
Okay, expound on that because I have some thoughts on that too. Let me see if we're on the same page. Go ahead.
I mean, I think in life, like that's a life lesson, right? Like you got to have some type of loyalty. You know what I'm saying? To like have some longevity in anything. Like to have longevity, you got to spend some time there. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it might take more than a year to build some life relationships that could benefit you down the line. You know, I ran into that problem when I went pro because I used to look at all those European clubs like just a check. Like, all right, if I can't get one from y'all, like, and I'm not happy or whatever, for whatever reason, like I'm gonna leave and go somewhere else, you know. But at the end, that bites you. That's bad for business. You know what I'm saying? So it's better they
Yeah,
learn now than when it mess up the money, or you gotta have extra conversations about the money. You know? So,
yeah, and that's my thing, Katie. I like they brought the opportunity to where when coaches they can have a contract, they can break it and go to another school, and the kid had to stay there with new coach and transfer. They had to sit out. I didn't like that. But I thought that was unfair. But at the same time, I think the portal is being abused because some kids are leaving because the coach yelled at them, and so it's like, so that's, and we're not teaching them life is not going to always be that way. You know what I'm saying? And I see it's trickled down even to the high school level, but I can get on my soapbox on that. But go ahead, T. What you feel about the portal and NIL?
Yeah, I agree with KD, man. Like I love the fact that they are able to make money off themselves in the NIL deal and stuff like that. Because we all know, man, at the college level, it was a struggle at times, man. We had to find ways to hustle to, we had people looking out for us at Notre Dame. We had, it was a big family, man. We all looked out, players looked out for each other, man. So I now have my family a few hours away too, so it wasn't too bad, man. But it was nights where you're like, man, dog, I wish 'cause where I come from, bro. Like I said, like I kind of came from nothing. We ain't come from a bunch of money, so it was tough at times, man. So I wish the NIL was there at that point, and I love that the guys are being able to benefit from that. But getting in the portal, running away from adversity, man, is the scary
Yeah.
part. And I think a
Yep.
lot of guys are avoiding the adversity, and like you said, it's trickling down to the high school level. I see it real bad now on the high school level. The first thing that people will do is claim, like you said, if a coach holds a player accountable, you got a player now
Mm-hmm.
trying to leave and will say, okay, well he did this, that, or he yelling, or he, and it could just be as simple as the coach trying to hold the kid accountable, trying to show him
That's it.
you know,
That's it.
what he will help, what will help him in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you see, man, I saw Rick Pitino talk about it, man. He don't even try to
Oh, I
recruit a lot
saw
of,
that. Yes, sir. Yeah.
try to avoid
Yeah.
recruiting high school guys now, man, because he don't want to have to deal with that type of mentality. He want to deal with kids, young guys that that are willing to fight and go through it, and he'll go get a kid out the portal here and there. Like they don't want to have to deal with that type of stuff, man. Izzo, man, it's starting to those older coaches have to they've all kind of like retired now, man, because they don't want to have to deal
Yep.
with the
Yeah.
mentality of what's in today's game right now, man. So kids are, like you said, they're abusing the portal, man. They're abusing it in a way they either chasing the bag, so now it's becoming super professional about it. So they chasing the
Yep.
bag and leaving a situation where that could possibly help them get to the next level, that could help
To
them
the
get to
next
the pro
level.
level. And so because they leave that opportunity that they had and go to, well, man, I'm made now. I got offered 4-5 million. Now you're gonna get 4-5 million in a terrible situation now. So now
Yeah.
Hunter Dickerson, you got to stay in school for 5-6 years now, and because at the NBA level they done looking at you now. You know what I'm saying? So the longer you stay in college to make money off the game right now, it's like the harder it is to get to the NBA level, and that was the ultimate goal for everybody that went to college, was to get to the NBA level. Now it's like I just want to get to the college level, and then that's it.
Get
They
this
stop
bread.
working. So
Yeah.
it's so tough, man. It kind of gave our guys in today's game nothing to really work towards, and a
Mhm.
lot of guys have a sense of entitlement, and they avoid adversity, man. So the portal has hurt our game more than ever lately, man, and it ain't did nothing but trickle down to the high school level, man.
Yeah. And Juice, I was thinking about this with you, man, because I thought I posted a picture up. I thought I did, but I didn't. Maybe I can't see right now. But um I was thinking about it because when my daughter was being recruited for diving at Toledo, I'm walking through there and I'm like, hey man, y'all ain't got no pictures of my man up here. And then I found a little mural that had you on the wall. We took a picture by it. But then my daughter had a shirt that you gave her, I guess they gave them out of games. They had your picture, your likeness. They had Juice and 20. And I'm like,
Man,
Juice probably didn't get a dime for
Dime.
that. But the whole arena was rocking your shirt. So how you feel about the NIL and the portal?
I mean, I feel good that the kids is able to get some money now and able to make some money off their name, image, and likeness. But I definitely feel like I missed out. I missed a good opportunity. But I don't try to be too bitter about it or anything like that. I'm just happy that I had a place and making an impact in it and help having a hand in of what it is today. So that's all. That's how I try to think about it. But I do think it is a little unfair that we weren't able to get those deals and they was able to make a lot of money off of us.
Yeah, I just think, and like you said, all you guys are pretty much saying you're saying the right thing, man. Like I said, because we have to continue to, and I'm gonna talk about that later. What you guys are doing now with the young guys you guys are working with, but that's definitely something. Now, before we go into this other thing here, and I guess you don't have to say college, high school, or whatever. Just give me one name of one player you went against that you knew you're going to have to bring your hard hat, like y'all going to go to war. Like one player that you said, man, this cat here, yeah, I'm getting my night's sleep. I'm coming at him because he going to come at me. Y'all think of one guy that make y'all think of that.
Yeah. I could think of somebody, man, that was really good, bro. He killed it I could think of two. In the Big East, we always played against UConn and we always played against Marquette. Marquette always had like some killer guards, bro. Dominique James, my freshman year, we played them a few times. Dominique James was a beast, bro, and he was a smaller guard, super athletic, bouncy, could do a little bit of everything. But I knew for a fact, like when we saw them on the schedule, every time, man, I knew I was gonna have to bring my A game, young or whatever. He wasn't gonna like let up. And then as I got older, you had the younger guys like Kemba Walker. Those guys were like they just would get in a bag, bro. So it was just like I knew I had to bring my game. I was an older guy. I was more of a vet at that point in the Big East, junior, senior, and they were freshmen, sophomores coming in. They were trying to get buckets. So it was like, bro, if you don't bring your hard hat, man, they about to embarrass you, man. So those two guys for sure were just like guys. I knew if I don't bring it, man, I got to go back to the city and my boy's going to embarrass me. But if I do bring it, it's going to be a fun night, man. So those were two guys for sure.
Like Juice?
High school, I would probably have the one person that come to mind. I would have to say Miles Starks. Just because like shifty he was, he could score the ball.
Yeah, he was at Whitney Young, right?
Yeah, he was at Whitney Young.
Yeah.
But we played a few times against each other on the AAU circuit. So yeah, I had to be prepared for him. And then in college, I would say DJ, just because we was in the same conference, and I was excited to play against him just because I kind of like he was kind of like a role model to me in some ways. Growing up, I idolized him a little bit. He kind of took me under his wing. So once I got the opportunity to play against him, I was going to bring my best to the game. To the game.
Okay. Oh, I think okay, okay. All right, there you go. KD?
Yeah, high school, I would say a guy by the name of Mike DeNuno was tough for me, just because he was an energetic guard who used a lot of dribbles, you know. So he could shoot and put that thing in the hole too. But for me, that gave me problems because you know, I wasn't trying to. That was tough to do both ends, you know, because I'm trying to get 30 myself for real. College, I say I don't remember nobody that was like tough in college. I'm gonna be honest with you that I would consider tough. But
so you just giving them food to work. So you ain't had nobody that can mess with you. That's all.
Nah,
Tell them, KD.
I could downplay it. not to downplay. Actually, two Holloway from Xavier. I take that back. Two Holloway from Xavier.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, him and Mark Lyons at Xavier. They were by far the toughest matchup. You know what I'm saying? Because both of them in the backcourt, like they both could give you about 35. You know, like they not selfish either. So, I would say them two. You know, but I got to put Mike James in. He's the toughest player I ever played against, to be honest. Like,
Who's that?
Mike James. He
Okay.
Oh,
played with,
yeah. Overseas. Yeah.
Yeah.
he's by far the toughest player that I've ever seen toe to toe.
Yeah, bucket for sure.
Yeah, like
Yeah. I'm actually that was cool. We ain't gonna spend a lot of time on this. You kind of gave me a segue as far as overseas, because all of you had a couple stints overseas. What thing overseas that you found out that you were surprised about, and what that you absolutely did not like?
I didn't like experiencing all that by myself. You know, what I'm
Okay.
saying? To be honest with you, like you could go see the most amazing things, and you know what I'm saying, but you can't reminisce on that. You can't have those type of conversations, and when you talking to people who are still in the environments that you come from, you know what I'm saying, that ain't the type of good discussion all the time. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I didn't like that, but I loved the experiences and the people that I was able to meet. You know, like just be diverse. I think it's kind of help evolve my mindset, my perspective on things in life. You know, so yeah, I'll take the good and the bad with it though. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I agree with KD on that, man. As far as like being able to expand your culture, understand like other cultures and stuff that's out there. Being able to learn about other things was always good. Experience in the world, bro. It's a lot of things that God blessed us. That God blessed this world with some amazing stuff, bro. So it's insane when you get to leave your city to be able to go out there to be able to experience that and see what else is out there to open your mind. But same thing KD said, man. If you don't have that person to kind of share those memories with, sometimes you can kind of come back home and you share that with your boys. It just don't feel right. Sometimes you don't even want to share that with them. You don't want to rub it in their face. You don't want to be. You just kind of want to just come back home and just kind of vibe. You don't want to talk about none of that stuff for the most part either. But creating those memories, man, with other people is what I enjoy doing now. I have my family now, so I wish I would have been able to have my family or have a family to travel, be able to travel over there with, experience those moments with, share those, create those kind of memories, lifelong memories with. I only kind of get to share that with myself, and that's the selfish part. And I wish I was able to share that with somebody else, man. So I agree with KD on that for sure.
So let me ask you, Tory. Did you go overseas after you was in the G League or before?
Yeah, after the G League stint, and
Oh,
the
okay.
G League stuff, even in the G League stuff, man, like being able, you just on the go all the time. The G League schedule was insane, bro. So it was you on the go, you traveling. You ain't traveling high class. When I was in it, it wasn't like high class flights and none of that stuff. You was just legit on the bus, take a
Yeah.
trip to the hotel, and that's it. You just was hooping. It was like a big AAU trip.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
I know Juice. Now, Juice, you were in what? Poland?
Yeah, I was in Poland. I did like half of preseason in Poland, and decided to start another career elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say one of the toughest parts for me was just what KD and Tory said, being away from friends and family, just being on a whole different time zone, not being able to really talk to them, just really just over there spending a lot of time in your apartment by yourself. So that was tough, and that had a tough. That was one of the reasons why I decided to not continue my career, just because it was the environment was just wasn't for me. But I feel like it was a really good experience. I'm blessed to be able to even live out of the country and experience that. So I would never regret it or take it back. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and couple of things here, fellas. I know all you guys are like when y'all play, y'all get to going, y'all getting y'all mix. I know emotion is a huge part of y'all games.
Yeah.
It just is. I know you guys kind of low key guy, but you guys really get in the mix, get in the mix of what y'all be doing. So, um, how how are you able to know what emotion is necessary to channel that? You don't want to get too high, you don't want to get too low. How are you able to keep yourself even keel so you can still be productive for your team?
Well, I would just say after a while from playing so much basketball, it kind of just came natural just from being in those situations so many times. You just kind of like know how to handle yourself. You don't really get too excited. You know what to expect. And that just really came from like putting a lot of work in on your game and just studying the game and being a student of the game. So that's what that's how I learned to handle my emotions in the game.
Uh, I like that, Juice. To be honest with you, man. I think we're all of us in this room, bro. We all point guards, man. So I think one of the greatest qualities of a point guard, man, they understand the game. They understand the time, the moment. They understand when you need to show that emotion to so your teammates can feed off of that as well. They also understand like that or have a feel of when they just need to be the one when games, the game is tight, it's a game in runs, when you just got to be the solid rock for your group, you know what I'm saying, and just hold guys together. So um it's you want to show that emotion and your teammates feed off of that stuff, man. But we've been playing this game for so long. We played this game for so long, and we experienced so much. It's just having that natural feel, man. God blessed us to have that natural feel, to be natural born leaders, and been able to, excel on the court in those moments for sure.
I
Yeah,
agree.
see, I don't know if Katie, I don't see Katie's screen. You still there, Katie? We may have had a glitch
Oh
and
yeah,
lost him there.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he may try to get back in. Yeah, so I'm gonna go here because I'm gonna get you as I got it in a minute. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, it's hard to get all you cats together. And it is, man. But I understand if it's easy to get everybody together, that means they ain't doing nothing. So so I think it's a blessing. But I'm gonna start with you, T, with this because now you are definitely coaching, and
Mhm.
my question is, what do you see now with this new upcoming generation in terms of you coaching them?
Mhm.
What do you see that? Well, let me see. In terms when you got in coaching, what did you expect, and what are you surprised about once you started coaching?
Yeah. Uh, I I think when I got in this thing, man, I kind of, and it was bad on my part. I expect everybody to kind of understand the minimum, I guess, the basics. Once they got to the high school level, I expected them to kind of know that because of the thing, like the instincts and things like that, the intangibles. I expected a lot of guys at the high school level to know that, and that's what I expected when I first got into this coaching game. But I was kind of wrong, man. A lot of guys didn't experience the youth coaching we had, that was able to teach us the intangibles. A lot of kids growing up don't play outside like we do, so they don't have the
Right.
grit or things like that they're able to kind of carry over to the high school level, and those little things kind of helped us excel on the court now. So as much as I expected that to happen, you kind of have to adjust on the fly. So, I spend a lot of more time. I spend a ton of time, honestly, man, kind of teaching the basics, especially in the summertime. We get a new incoming group of freshmen in. So I spend a ton of time on skill development and kind of dummying down things and then building them back up. Um, and I'm in a situation now where I've been here at this school for a few years with this group. So the incoming class that we have, um, we like this past year, bro. We were young, man. A lot of our younger guys had to learn on the fly and experience things on the fly. But the one thing I will say that I'm surprised, well, not necessarily surprised because I think the game was already headed this way, um, is how like how they like the game evolved, bro. You got some guards, 5'5", windmilling that mug, bro. They doing all types of stuff, man. You got the bigs, like they insane with how deep they can shoot the three ball. Like the game has evolved in such a insane rate because of what they watch on TV. Guys are able to specialize in certain things. I do see that a lot more. They may not be instinctive enough to play the defensive side of the game, but offensively, man, there's some gifted kids out here, bro, that are insane, man. And that's the one thing I am not necessarily surprised about, but I'm like, yo, it's insane to be able to see this, because it was things I wasn't able to do as a freshman that I see some of our freshmen doing now. And the way they built, the way their bodies built, the way they able to explode to the rim, the way they able to handle, like it's some things that they're able to do. I'm like, oh, okay, like this kid can get it if he just learned this simple stuff. That's the intangibles. If he can just put this and this together, oh, he'll for sure bonafide Division I kid. So that's why I'm more so not necessarily surprised, but it does excite me to where the game has evolved for sure.
Yeah, now I know KD, like I said, one of the reasons we was trying to get all together because KD always working kids out, working his players out. So we was always trying to get it together, man. So because I noticed, obviously they won state last year, which was cool. And what are you seeing now, KD?
Sure.
Yeah, what you see now, KD, with these young guys in this generation? I mean, what do you see that obviously what you like or what you want to see improve?
I honestly, man, like the last question, I think my mic and my video went out. Like the response to these last two questions, like I agree with what's being said 100%. You know what I'm saying? So like, like I agree. I think it's a lot of talent, especially on the offensive end. Not really. I think we were blessed and fortunate enough to have a lot of people that understand that were close to us. So like we didn't have to reach out or go to a gym to kind of learn about the game. Like that was while we watching the Knicks versus Celtics game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's damn near watching film with the way you breaking it down with the people you watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So like I think just that aspect, like what I would like to see develop, what I would like to see change to help develop the game is like the kids watch more basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like really be engaged, really watch for a purpose. Don't just watch for the cool.
Absolutely.
But a highlight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like all right, that's a good play, but like he wouldn't have got there if his footwork wasn't right, if he didn't take this angle, if he didn't bump at this time. Like just breaking little things down, and I think you have to like not expect kids to have your IQ. Like, at that age, whatever age, like that's what I think I started off doing when I first got into the game. It's like, man, when I was 15, I understood that. But it's like, what I'm saying? Like everybody wasn't blessed enough to be in our environments, like
most definitely.
Everybody on this call was one of them ones. So we got privileged to certain gyms growing up. You feel me? Like a lot of people ain't even get that call. Know what I'm saying? So like I like them to watch more basketball, and like with the amount of talent that's out here, I'm surprised that it's not more dogs.
Man.
Like that's
don't even I don't, Katie, it's crazy what you just said, because like you said, well, and I'm older y'all, coming up, games was not on every day.
Right.
Games were not on every day. You know what I'm saying? So you can watch a game every single day during basketball season on TV somewhere. But like what you're saying, I got kind of opposite, because I was thinking when I first came to Chicago area, I think I'm going to be really at the real basics in terms of teaching. But I saw these kids had been playing. That's why I loved like Prairie Hills, because it was like Ricker.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? It was the kids around area. It was like the kids I grew up around. So for me, when I got there, and I was seeing guys, like I said, it's a guy who didn't go on and play at all, but one of the best basketball minds I coached was Kenny Allen. I'm not even lying. My first point guard, he understood. Then when, like I said, I had Buck, I had Reese, I had Juice, I had DJ, And they had so much of a strong understanding where I could then focus on coaching some of those other kids because they were so great with that. Now Juice has been running. He's running from Hillcrest to Coach. They need him there. They want him there, but he's still running. Juice, you have a lot to offer. I don't know why you playing.
No, no, I
Let's
ain't
go.
running.
Huh?
No, I'm not
What's
running.
up?
I'm just waiting. Just waiting on the right opportunity, right time, and I talked to Coach Houston, so we got some things cooking up. So hopefully, I'll be with them this upcoming season. So that's what I'm counting on.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. That's
good,
what's up. But
good.
man, listen here, man. I want to show y'all something real quick and something I wanted to say to y'all because well, hold up, let me find it here. But when I saw this, actually I saw this again recently, and it took me back to when I was a child. You know how they do it now. They show these little clips of how they trying to promote the NBA. They used to do this thing like y'all remember. I don't know. I love this game, and I was going to say
Yeah.
NBA is fantastic. That was the first one. Isaiah had this clip, man. I'm gonna show you Isaiah Thomas. He was talking about it. I felt what he was saying so much because that's how I feel about this game. And as a child, when I would see that, man, I would almost get chills. And like, you want the kids who have all this talent to have that kind of love, and a lot of them, you can't love it or want it more than them. They gotta want it. You know what I'm saying? So let me go here real quick.
To be in love, the passion, the hurt, the anger, the happiness. I'm in love with basketball, a passionate and emotional game. But the happiness that I reach through basketball is worth all the pain. America's game. It's fantastic.
Man.
Listen, man, listen. What he's talking about, man, like all the different emotion game go through it. It's you're gonna be hurt, and like he said, but through all that, it's worth all that pain because the joy. Oh man, listen, I got chills now, dog. I'm not lying. It's just that game, man. And I've seen all of you play, and I know y'all understand what he's saying because y'all have a strong love. And I'm gonna say this, man. What y'all are doing, work with these young people, man. You are giving back to the game more than y'all can understand. And that's why I'm encouraged to see another generation teaching and want the game to go on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a beautiful game. I think it's the best game ever created. And salute to y'all because y'all not only teaching them game, you're teaching them life lessons, and they are your family. You know what I'm saying? Because that's truly how I feel about every player I coach, and even players that was connected to the family, like KD family. You know what I'm saying? Coached his people. I know his dad, know his mom. They family, man. So salute to y'all, man, for what y'all are doing. Y'all are touching lives of these kids, and it's one of the things that it's one of them later things that you're gonna reap later. You're doing it now. You're doing it because you love it. But sometimes you don't know how it's gonna pan out, man. But when I see people that I've coached, I've taught, I just get a certain joy, man, to see them how they have prospered, got families. So if you had to leave a message for a young, aspiring basketball player, I'm gonna let y'all end it with this. What would y'all tell an aspiring basketball player? I know that's a loaded question.
No,
Take it.
that's a
I
good one.
I kick it off. I say do it for the love, not the glamour. You know what I'm saying? The love will take you further than everything that come with it. You know what I'm saying? If you do what you're supposed to do and you do it the right way, you know what I'm saying? Like the blessings are in abundance. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta do it the right way to get there, and to stay there, you gotta do it the right way. Like we all know the statistics. You feel me? We all beat statistics though. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Like it ain't easy to find success in this game. Um, but like that clip said though, like the reward of success is a great feeling though. You know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely.
And
Most
success
definitely.
is subjective, you know what I'm saying? So whatever success is to you, man, you know what I'm saying? But get that feeling. Strive to get that feeling, not the things that come with it.
Most definitely. That's dope, KD, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, something I would share, man, with the next generation. Honestly, is something I kind of talk to those guys about daily, man. First and foremost, man, you gotta have your priorities straight. God comes before it all, bro. If it ain't God's will, it won't flourish, man. It won't last. So I try to always try to get them to understand. We all love the game, but we all know, there's a bigger purpose out there as well. So, just making sure you got the right person ahead of everything, and then I always tell them just become obsessed with this game. I'm in a situation where I'm in a school where I'm coach where it's a private school, one of the wealthiest schools in the country, and so our kids don't really need the game in a sense, right? But we got a lot of Division 1 potential talent. So one thing I try to tell those guys is to try to approach it the way I did. I ain't come from money, so I kind of approached the game as if I needed the game in order uh, to open doors or get into the doors that I couldn't get into if I didn't have the game. If I didn't have this talent, academically I was good, but the way I approach this game, the way I use basketball as a tool to get in these doors, man, that was able to elevate me to another level by keeping God first and then working at it. I want those guys to kind of approach it with that same killer mentality, man. If you love this game, if you go at it, you get out what you put in. If you're not putting in the work, don't expect any rewards at the end, man. But if you are putting in the work, you're dedicating yourself to the craft, to perfecting your craft. Um, there will be good on the back end, regardless of what you think, man. There will be good on the back end. Keep God first, um, and then and enjoy this game. Love it. Can't, like KD said, man. It can't be the glitz and glamour, baby. If you're doing this for the show, it ain't gonna last. But you won't enjoy it.
It's
Yeah,
real though.
I would more so just say, I would just tell someone that's aspiring to be a basketball player, just respect the game. Don't try to cheat the game. Don't try to cut no corners. You'll come out on top. Embrace adversity. Embrace working hard. And one thing I value about my basketball career is just the relationships that I grew with people, and I still have those relationships today. And you just
Facts.
learn life lessons throughout the game, by playing the game, and those people that you go through those battles with, like you said, coaches, family. So that's just a great part of going through it with those people. So I would just say look forward to that.
Most stuff.
Yeah.
Real though.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all. But I have a real quick question for Troy. Troy, when is your birthday?
January 30th,
What
1988.
1988? Okay. Because I was thinking, I said, wait a minute, I was wondering where you in your mother's womb was when our state championship. I was
Yep.
wondering. So
Yep.
you ended up we won
Yeah.
89. So I was like, yeah, you
89.
said I was
89.
thinking about that. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And of course your brother was an RPG. And
Yeah.
that was what we won that thing. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna push this out, man, because I want this generation of basketball players to know, like I said, I've been blessed, man, been around a lot of players, playing against, playing with, and been able to coach, like I said. Um, Buck and Reese supposed to have been on this thing. You know, like I coached, definitely,
Man,
that's my man there. And
I
then
had a
of
good
course,
time going against Reese, man. He was a tough guard, boy, playing against them boys. Him,
yeah, man.
Real McNeil, all them boys was tough over there.
Sure.
You know, and
Sure.
of course, Buck, man. Like I said, I told Katie, the 8th grade year, he broke his leg. He came back toward the end of the season. I said, dude, you still owe me about 10 more games, bro. So we get in the gym, 10 more games, man. But Hey, man, I appreciate y'all so much. And I know all y'all parents, man, y'all come from great stock. Y'all come from great stock. And, y'all family is my family. Tory, your mom, when every night come on, she said when I was school, she tell me, did I find a church home that down there in school yet? Every time she would say that.
That's it, bro. That was it.
Whatever. So, yo, we have, hey, it's an awesome point. These are definitely some point guards here, man. We got my man Tory Jackson. It's just an awesome young man doing some great thing. We got KD who crosses everybody in the Chicagoland area all the time. He need to stop it and give somebody else a shot at it. You know what I'm saying? he know I'm telling the truth. He know I'm telling the truth. And of course, Juice, man. Juice, you know how it is, me and you. I think the dude's about to block that jumper for Kansas too. But yeah. But that's what's up, man. Yo, this is my time, man. I appreciate you brothers. And I'm going to listen, man. Y'all. Hey, man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all know anything I can do, man. Holla at me. I'm always reachable. Whatever y'all need, I got y'all. I
appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you.
Love.
Yeah, much.
Y'all boys be safe out here, man.
Yep, y'all do the same, fellas. Peace.
All right.
All right, putting these guys here. I'm gonna end it with my favorite player here, y'all. So we're gonna end it.
Love the game. You love everything about it. Man, he's just a good asshole, man. He's the best I've ever seen. He's my driving force. I don't think there ever be another 6'9" point guard that smiles and probably humiliates you.
Look at a guy, time, look off, and then hit that guy in the dime start looking at
All right, yeah. I'm gonna show Matt some love in this piece. So, yeah, much love to y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Check me out on Friday for another Friday's Fable. And again, people, go to YouTube, Danya F. Jones, the Some Every Year, the podcast. Subscribe, like, share, do all that. And I will see y'all, like I always say, I will see y'all, I guess probably when I see y'all. Holla.
Many things going on in the world today. Every time Dick and Harry got something to say. But what they said ain't got no fabric to it. Yeah, it takes the thoughts with dice right through it. It's all about rumors and people feuding. If we're not uplifting, then what we doing? Yeah, they love the culture, yet they trying to wreck it. But are we ready to go hard to protect it? If we don't stand firm, then we're sure to fall. Are you ready to fight the stain and accept the call? Or it's all about dealerships and the mall? Now I'm ready to go for broke like Apostle Paul. I'm charged with the task to keep it real. Moving straight forward, not about to yield. Tackling every subject, yeah, you know the drill. R.I.P. Guru, I bring that mass appeal. Our ancestors stood tall, despite abuse. We got all the tools, so what's our excuse? It's time to show a face and take off the mask. It's something every yeah.